We had a previous tenant add vinyl pieces to the inside to create sort of makeshift shower walls, which serve the purpose for them, but there have been some holes made in the vinyl that has caused it to get some water damage behind there, and it doesn't look the greatest. So we're going to use this Rust-oleum tile coating to recoat the entire inside. So we're going to paint the tiles here. Normally we would pull all the tile off the walls on the outside and replace it with cultured marble surrounds, turning this into this. But to save time, since we have someone moving in a couple days, we're going to try this Rust-oleum product.
Now that we've got a lot of the caulk taken out of there so that this product can adhere to it, we've got two different types of materials in this particular shower, which is kind of a makeshift way of doing things, but again, we're in a time crunch. So grab your sandpaper and make sure to give everything a good coat over, then you're going to wipe everything down and then you should be ready to paint. We're going to only mix up half of this the first go around because I think there's enough in this to go ahead and two-coat the entire thing. So you don't want to mix the entire thing up first because it'll get hard. It's an epoxy type product, so you only need to mix up as much as you're going to use. Also, typically for me, whenever I'm using any kind of epoxy type product, I don't plan on cleaning out tray liners or brushes, so I bought a cheap tray liner set from Sam's that has little roller fuzzies and brushes and so forth in it, and so I plan on just using some of that so I can then throw away the tray liner and go ahead and throw away those brushes when I'm done with the first coat. And then we'll go ahead and use the bottom part of the tray along with another roller fuzzy and another brush for the second coat, and the whole thing should be done. I believe the whole kit cost about $10 from Sam's that we bought it. So, hi everyone. Now we're getting ready to mix this up together. So we've got the two separate parts. Now there is enough room inside these cans to mix part B into part A and store the whole thing, if you're going to do the whole thing at once. But this part is kind of critical since we're going to try to do two separate coats. You don't want to mix it all at the same time. We've got to try to mix as close as you can to 50% of this and 50% of this into a container so that we can then stir it around and apply. My brother's the master at figuring out exactly how much is 50%.
It's an exact science.
We'll knock it out here in a second. We've also chosen not a white. It is a biscuit color, which is a little bit of an off-white, only because again, we're in a time crunch. We hate this wallpaper, but it'll blend in better with the wallpaper, being this is two different colors here and white tub and everything else. We went with a little bit of biscuit to try to hide some of the imperfections a little bit. Okay, it's imperative to make sure that you stir this for an appropriate amount of time. How much exactly, I'm not entirely sure because I'll be honest, I didn't read it off the can. But most epoxies I've worked with will have you do this for 2 or 3 minutes, stirring it in there, and then kind of letting it sit for a minute, make sure that it gets active with two parts mixed together. And once the whole thing seems like it's mixed together really good, we will start applying it on, which is right about now. Nice coverage. What do you think of the consistency of our epoxy?
It's a very thin product, so we're hoping to get 2 coats out of 1 can of this stuff. And as thin as it is, it may go that far. We'll see.
I had to go run and get a fan to blow in there. They're not joking. You mix this stuff up and get in an enclosed space, you get hot. So you got to make sure you get yourself a fan and get well ventilated. Be safe.
Takeaways from the first coat are that we got about 80% of the way through with half of the can and decided that that wasn't going to be enough, so we had to end up mixing up the entire can. We had a little bit extra after the first coat, but that's okay. Also, I was using a 3-inch roller to roll the shower, and it was taking too long that by the time we got to the end, the paint was getting real thick. So for the second coat, we're going to use a larger roller. If you were doing a smaller area, the 3-inch would be okay, but it was taking too long and it was getting kind of thick. Also, you want to keep some paint thinner around to clean up any drops that you make because it's really thin and it does drip a little bit, so be careful with dripping it on the floor. let's get on to the second coat.
So final takeaways, we're pretty impressed. This stuff took less than a day to put on the 2 coats. We've retouched up some caulking when it was done, and I think it's going to hold up rather well. I don't notice that much difference between the biscuit color and the white. It didn't really do that much. I mean, it looks about white to me, but it adds a good shine on there. Cleaned it all up, makes it all look real nice. Gave it a nice slick surface on the thing. I mean, I'm impressed. I think if we would have had more time, we would have tried to tear all this out and do some cultured marble, but for the short amount of time that we had, it's definitely a win, and I would say it's definitely worth the money to invest in that. If you are on a time crunch, it looks like it'll hold up really well. I will say there's a few spots on the floor. Some of these are just loose, but we did have a few spots on the floor that we dripped and took a screwdriver and just popped those right off when we were done, and it worked out really well for that. So overall, great product. Consider it a win.